like a Shaolin temple, but now I'm off the hizzle and slowly full of that ripple. I'm watching it dangle like a past participle. Mix my ripple with moat for sham pimple. Taking spring water hits just a mid-pine thistle. That good green that'll wet your whistle. Hey, smoke got food, don't be pulling your pistol. And get your girl hit with my master struck missile. See chewing out the frame like a brand new pistol. Stroke a jawbone down to the marrow and gristle. Full facial blow bubbles and rub it on your pimples. She left the hotel smelling like a sack of hot crystals and pistol smoke. It's one for broke. Then I put it in her throat and she burped the choke. Should've told you how chunky it was. Go and get your girlfriend so she can help you out. Scream it out now. It ain't easy, man. Claim fame. Oh God, put me in the game. I'll be a man amongst boys forever, living life like a grown man. A grown man.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the T1 Mobile, bringing you another fresh heaping hot plate, direct edition. Tonight, grab some comics out of the pile. We're going to be flipping through them. And I'm going to tell you what the voices in my head are saying. This is just a few of the comics I picked up. As you can see, it's a wide array of comics. I did start back with X-Men. They were my jam. I'm not gonna say used to be. They still are my jam. And now I've branched out. I mean, I got into the Titans because of Nightwing. I love the Exiles because of alternate reality. Mr. and Mrs.X is something new, and Magic Order independent titles have been good. So we're gonna start with that one first. Number 6. Put these off to the side a little bit. If you haven't heard of Magic Order, I'm just knocking stuff over. I need to clean off my desk. But if you haven't heard of Magic Order, it's about a wizarding family, a la Harry Potter, that protects the realm from the darkness, pretty much. And if you've ever watched me read before, you know Mark Millar is one of my all-time favorites writers. So a lot of stuff that he puts out, I pick up. Next week, I think Sharky the Bounty Hunter is going to be out. So we definitely going to want to read that. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Chat functions aren't working. Bear with me for a minute so I can make sure these are... I mean, you think I would have done this before. Alright, that seems to be functioning. So, without further ado, let's kick off some Magic Order. Number 6. What was the family's name? I had so many books I can't remember each character's name, but and Image doesn't give. Surprised they don't have Netflix in there. You got Netflix on the back though, because Mark Millar is the 3rd comic publisher to publish a very large deal. Marvel hooked up with Disney. DC hooked up with Warner Brothers, and now Mark Millar and his Miller World company has hooked up with Netflix. So the shit has hit the fan, pretty much. This magician family have been protecting the world, and from this dark female magician. And She wants, it's a grimoire that her father has left behind, but he didn't trust her with it. So he left it to the light side. So she got all pissed off, Huffy and Puffy, went back and got an ancient assassin and have been killing off all of the light side magicians. Well, this family was supposed to be very prominent and powerful and protecting the realm, and she picked off the father. It was a father, two brothers, I think, and a sister. And she picked off the father and went after one of the brothers and sister. One of the brothers had stopped being a wizard because he had left his. He was married with it, and he had a daughter. He left this wand out, and his daughter found this wand, and it was pretty much like a loaded gun, and it ended up killing his daughter. So he walked away from all things magic to try to patch things up with his wife. So that was kind of like a deep side note. What's it? Oh, that's my note. So without further ado, let's read the magic order. Number 6. What seems to have happened is that the brother, Gabriel, of the family, who had supposedly walked away from magic, has joined the dark magic users because they promised that they could bring his daughter back. And so he turned on his family at the last minute. They were making a final stand. His sister and his brother was making a final stand, and he turned on them. And I believe he obliterated his brother. So his sister's like, Gabriel, I'm begging you, don't do this. He responds, it's the only way to bring Rosetta back, Cordelia. Murdering your own family? It's like, I know it's hard, but they had to go. Dad and Reagan were nothing next to losing a child. It's like, poor little Rosetta. She was so proud of her daddy. It's like, that's when she brought her friends home from school and sneaked them down to the cellar. She couldn't wait to show them his spell books and his magic wand. How could he have been so careless? So, this is what... Did she call down lightning? Were there other kids hurt too? So I wouldn't have needed Albany if Dad had helped, but he was always too straight. He wouldn't even open a rich outcome. It's like, Gabriel, come on. That I'd murdered you all 100 times if it meant bringing her back. It's like, I was serious when I said that nothing's going to change. All I want is what's mine by right. And Cornwall's out there getting it now. So this is inside Moonstone Castle. So I'd forgotten how beautiful this place is, Madam Albany. These endless rooms big enough to drive a car through. Have you reached the library yet, Cornwall? We don't have time to waste. I promised Louise here, child, by midnight, and it's already 20 minutes past 11. It's like, here it is, behind the little glass door. It's like, were we really so obedient in the old days? Everything is exactly as you wanted. The keys to resurrection are right here. The darkest spells of old Atlantis. You'll appreciate why it was kept from human hands. But just this once, I'm going to use it and honor the promise I made to your brother. Try to see the positive side. Your sacrifice will bring a child back to life. This is your chance to be the hero after a lifetime of being the family disappointment. I believe you advertised yourself as something of an escapologist. Well, let's see you get out of this. And then she goes, already have. Like, nonsense. Your friends are dead and you're completely surrounded. Wrong again. You see, there's an upside to being disobedient one in a family. It's like, sure, I've always made the worst possible choices, but sometimes you learn things when you're doing what you shouldn't be. Sometimes you learn shit that actually saves the day. So are you drunk, Cordelia? I've read every page of the orichalcum, you smug old bitch, because my father told me not to. Raising the dead, human sacrifice, I've got that shit down cover to cover. It's like, oh no. It's like, oh yes. Because you don't lay a trap for an escapologist, motherfucker. Get out of traps is our specialty. Bam! So everyone here are all the magicians, the wizards, warlocks that have been killed in the past 5 issues. And you can tell she's surprised. Said a good magician always has a trick up her sleeve. Let me see if I can get you guys in a little bit closer. Impossible. There must be a sacrifice to keep the dead among the living. I got my eye on 1 or 2 possibilities. And then they just unleash. And he's like, Madam Albany, what's happening? He's like, I suspect she's otherwise occupied, Lord Cornwall. Now, give me back this tome you've stolen, or I'm afraid you'll have to face the consequences. Well, excuse me for shaking in my boots, Edgar, or for not shaking in my boots, Edgar, but you seem to forget there's no moonstones protecting you. I'm not going to be intimidated by an old man who suffers panic attacks and is so terrified of the outside world he hasn't been outdoors in 1,000 years. What has he been doing in those 1,000 years? He's like, Isaac, would you mind leaving us alone, please? What comes next is going to be violent, and I want to be sure you don't get hurt. Because is this some kind of a joke? You're scared to leave the goddamn house. Oh, he's getting tossed around. Say, only because I know what happened last time. I killed 1 million people when I last used my powers, and I'd have killed a lot more if they hadn't built these walls around me. Uncle Edgar's why Egypt is a desert. Uncle Edgar's why there's half the stars there used to be. I'm not locked up to protect me from the outside world. I'm locked in here to protect the world from me. Isn't that always the case? So now, what are they going to do with Gabriel? So Cordelia saves the day. Who would have thought? How was your time on the other side, Leonard? Not something I can say I got a taste for. It's my dad you can blame for all this shit. None of this would have happened if he'd done the right thing and given me the orichalcum. It's like all this death could have been avoided if he hadn't insulted me. If he put some trust in his own fucking daughter. He's like, oh, Albany. Everything you've done just proves he was right. But she doesn't see it that way, I bet. Oh, damn, he took her. Pretty much cut her in half. It's like, what a waste. It's like, Jesus. The car, is that in the subway? They were in the subway, weren't they? Yeah. Actually, no, maybe not. So Reagan, what's happening? Gabriel's going crazy, throwing everything at us. He doesn't care who sees him now. He just wants to kill everybody. So you two deal with your brother. Everybody else, save as many as you can. It's like, give me that book, you bastards. It's like, let me have my daughter back or I'll send you all to hell. It's like, Gabriel, stop. This isn't you. This isn't what you set out to do. You just wanted Rosetta back. Why are you still fighting? It's like, I'll murder you all until I get that book. It's like, but you'll never beat us all. Even you couldn't kill 9 of us at once. So what do? Give up? Tell my wife she'll never see our daughter again? I don't think so. Someone took a hit. He's like, ah! Said, nobody wins if you get yourself killed. You're never going to bring her back this way. But sacrifice yourself, and your blood could resurrect her. Give up now, and I promise you, I'll save her. It's like, what? To give your life in exchange for hers. He's like, Cordelia, don't. So it's the only way to stop him without ripping the city in half. If he gives up now, I'll give him my word. So it's the only way to save her, Gabriel. This way your death will be doing something good. He's like, and you promise me you'll bring her back? He's like, I promise. Just tell her I love her and I'm sorry for what I did. Tell Louise the same and I hope she understands. So are you ready? Just make it quick. Ooh. Oh, he's so sweet. It's like, oh, Jesus. Gabriel, my little boy. It's like, Cordelia, is that you? Last thing I remember, we were playing in the cellar. How did I get out here? And what about the orichalcum? Don't worry, Edgar. We'll have taken care of it. As in, Uncle Edgar? It's a long story, kid. Your father and I will fill you in when you're a little older. Say, don't worry, my darling boy. Edgar's nasty temper is back under control again. Dude, Uncle Edgar is sick. So the coffee house in New Jersey. It's like, oh no. It's like, hello, Louise. I think a little Tolstoy seems appropriate after everything you've been up to. It's like, what? It's like, oh shit. Oh, they trapped her in the book. Did you really think you were going to get away with this? At the magician's graveyard. So try not to judge my son by his actions. All I can say is I appreciate why he did it. Losing a child, I now understand the depths of his pain and forgive him a little for this terrible thing he inflicted on us all. Goodbye, Gabriel. I hope you found peace where you've gone. Rest assured, your daughter will be raised with love and trained in our family's noble traditions. Snap. So your daddy was a good man, Squirt. Whatever anyone tells you, just remember he's the best there ever was. It's weird to think of Reagan being responsible for another human being. He'll be a very good dad, and I say this as someone who's usually fallen short. It's like, are you really giving up leadership of the order? Just don't have the heart for it anymore, Cordelia. Losing Gabriel was one thing. Dying for that little while also made me realize I have more regrets than I expected. I'm going to find your mother and try to explain all this. She was a good woman and things turned out so badly. Hopefully, there's still a chance to do the right thing. What about you? Peddling my wares as a half-decent magic act. I've handed in my resignation, of course. I just hope I'm not leaving under too much of a cloud. Why do you feel you have to resign? Now you know how much I broke the rules. I also know that you saved our lives. I think it's time I started to appreciate what you bring to the table. But would you ever consider standing for the top spot now you know that I'm leaving the group? Something tells me the others wouldn't be too happy about that idea. So actually the vote was entirely unanimous. There's also one other responsibility I thought you might take care of while I'm out of town. 5 shows a week, 40 weeks a year. The pay's not great, but you'll be doing me an enormous favor. But why? Because a little trust goes a long way. Just promise me you'll never use any of those forbidden spells again. Like, I promise. A long time ago, monsters ruled the world, but we fought them and beat them and drove them to the shadows. Now it's our job to keep things safe for everyone. Just think of it like a magic trick. We take care of the scary stuff while they're all too busy looking at our other hand. That's the way the order works. This is our responsibility. Perhaps it's time to get a key for this one, Edgar. Say, will I be in order when I grow up, Uncle Reagan? It's like you, your children, and your children's children, honey. Welcome to the family business. And she took over her father's magic act. I thank you all and a very good night. End of book 1. Sharky the Bounty Hunter. I can't wait to see what that's about. It was pretty good. Actually, a fast read, faster than I thought. So next up, we got Mr. and Mrs. X. Mr. and Mrs. X came about when Colossus and Kitty were going to get married, and Kitty Pryde decided against it. Shadowcat dumped my boy Colossus at the altar and walked away. And Gambit and Rogue, after an on again, off again relationship, decided, why not? Let's get married. So they did. And that's where Mr. and Mrs. X came from. So when Gambit met Rogue, sparks flew. The flirtatious Cajun threw his kinetically charged cards, and the hot-headed Mississippi girl, unable to touch anyone without inflicting pain, they fell in love. Out of love and in love, over and over again. Till the time was right, posing as husband and wife for a dangerous mission, Rogue and Gambit recently reunited. When the wedding of their friends Kitty and Piotr derailed, the couple saw their chance to get married, to make it official, to become Mr. and Mrs. X. Rogue and Gambit have had quite the trip, from a spoiled honeymoon in space and the Thieves Guild crashing their engagement party to the uncontrollable flare-up of Rogue's powers. These two have had their relationship tested. Now, after being kidnapped to the Mojo-verse and forced into different genre television shows that failed to entertain Mojo, Mojo has replaced Gambit with none other than Mojo World's favorite mutant, Longshot. It's like a fairy tale. Rogue, complicated princess. Longshot, her complicated prince. Like slam. Nobody puts Gambit in the corner more than me. Gambit, king of thieves. See, complicated. What? It's like I thought you recast Gambit, you magnum of magnificence. Recast Shmecast. I didn't recast so much as add to the cast. Everyone loves the love triangle. No, they don't. Well, I do, and that's what matters. So Mojo is the despot of the Mojoverse, a world ruled by media and ratings, and you're only as powerful as your rating. Major Domo, this guy over here in the corner, is Mojo's premier toady, but premier toady butt munch of the Mojoverse, less complicated. Spyro, interdimensional teleporter, slave of Mojo, talked about complicated. We're just like, is it? It's like, yes, I am one with the people. I know their every desire. Major Domo, show her the stats. So his spinelessness is correct. People claim to hate a love triangle, but in the end, they buy more, talk more, and invest more as soon as they give them one. Controversy. They love it. So back to the television program. Afraid I'm going to have to take that bought on me. Like that? How rude. I'd like to see you try, villain. Okay. You're just gonna stand there? I'm not worried. Things have a habit of falling my way. Crunch. Not bad. Yes, you'll have to be faster than that. Fast is the least of what I've got, Bonnery. And you might want to check your 6. Oh, boom! Shitty. No. Ahem. It seems fast is the least of what I've got to. Lucky. So yes, some say I am. It's like funny. Some say the same about me. Another world, we might have been friends. Perhaps. We would. Unfortunately, we're in this one. Yes, we are. Does your luck come in the baker's dozen? Oh. It's like, hope you forgive the excessive force, Prince. The goal was never to hurt you, just to separate you from the prize. Putting them lips on her. Apologies, Princess. But we've got to take a little trip. And she's like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Fairy tale forest. Are we in a tree house? She's like, what tipped you off? I said, very funny. Sorry, it's not up to your high standards, Princess. It's just a little rustic. Thought you'd be more prepared for me after all the trouble you went through to kidnap me. I hate to confess this now, Princess, but the truth is, I wasn't after you. I was after this. The fabled Correr Anrule, the curled heart. Though I admit it pales in comparison to you, Ma Colombe. And that is something I was not prepared for. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, well, now, sugar, that's so flattering. I might just die. Or you might. She shoved his ass out the window. She's like, jerk. He's like, ouch. Probably deserve that. Seems I've underestimated you, Princess. It's like, no kidding, sugar. I'm no damsel. Never have been. Never will be. You think you can control me with some pretty words and a kiss? I ain't falling for that no matter how cute you are. So then, we agree I'm cute? That's not the point. Isn't it, though? God. But you're irritating. Gets under your skin, though, doesn't it? Yes. Shetty, I don't feel so good. Something's wrong? So what's happening to me? No. It's like, cut. She's driving me crazy with this killing. How does she keep breaking free? And when she does, why does she kill him? I hate her. Spin the wheel. Reset him again. Kill more riders. So the wheel spins. Western. Action. Luxury. Le Correa de the Heart of Gold. It's beautiful. Fantasy. Oh. It's going straight across. Like, dead. Cut. Fantasy. Louis Rode. But what does it mean? Got me. Dead. Cut. Sci-fi. Look at it. Han Solo and Princess Leia. Le Tuile de la Maid. It's beautiful. What does it mean, Remy? Roughly the star soul. Dead. It's like, I hate you over and over and over again. No matter what I do, we get the same story. They find each other, they fall in love, and then she murders him. I want a love story, not a tragedy. It's like, in fairness, I'm quite certain these two things are related. Like, fine. But still, I'm not writing this stupid ending and this bizarre search for an object that keeps coming up. What is that? Spin my wheel and kill all the writers. Perhaps instead of that, I could go into that next simulation and push them in the right direction. Take a closer look and see where the snag is occurring. It must be a mistake in magic or technology. If I go inside, I may be able to find it. It's like, fine, go. But do not fail me, Spyro, or you alone will answer for it. Oh, of that I'm certain. It's like, documentary is a little dry, but I do love reality television. Spyro works her magic. Fuya, fuya, fusha. It's like Rogue Southern Belle in the big city. We've been through so much to be together. We're not quitting now. It's like I love her and I'm not going anywhere. I don't even know why he stays. Really, how can love be enough to put up with everything he's been through for me? You hear people say that a lot. That love is all that matters. But then later, after they've been through horrible things, you hear them say that love isn't enough. But it is, isn't it? Of course, love is enough. It's the thing that makes the world turn. Everything we do or don't do is for love when you boil it down. Chase it, get it, keep it, understand it. It's the center of the world, and I have it. Love, the real thing. I do, I have it. All this love talk on Valentine's Day. It's like, I have it. I had to do a lot of growing for her, but it was worth it. I just don't feel so good right now, but I don't know why. You know what? I can't do this right now. I need a drink. And don't follow me with that stupid camera. Another silver blades drowning your troubles, handsome? You could say that. Except I can't quite remember my troubles. I just have a vague sense of them. It's like, hello, sexy. No offense, Shetty, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Are you certain? Because I am. I can do things it would take 3 women to do. Intriguing as that is, I'll still have to pass. But I know what you're looking for, Cajun. It's like, oh yeah? What's that? Like the winding heart. Corre enore, lenoy enore. All these French words that I didn't take French for. I know where you can find them, all of them, for they are all the same. It's like, where? Come with me. I don't know. I'm like, shh. Protest too much and you'll miss all the fun, LeBeau. Yes, yes, this is it. This is right. It's like, who are you talking to? It's like, when I touched you earlier, I disabled the signal that surrounds you, but I had to find a pocket where he couldn't see us or hear us. I designed this blind spot, but we must be quick. Who is he? Who are you? Spyro. There was a time where Spyro joined the X-Men. Like, slam. So choose your next words carefully, Spyro, or my next are gonna be bang, you dead. Where's Rogue? No need for violence, LeBeau. Really? Alright, fine. Violence is fair, but still, I'm here to help. So if I have to ask about Rogue again, and he's like, yeah, I get it. Drop the cards, and when I show you, you're going to remember everything, and it's going to hurt. I don't want those things anywhere near me when that happens. What does that even... Tink. And then all the memories come flooding back. Where's Rogue? Is she okay? Even after all that I showed you, she's still your first question. I have to say I'm impressed, LeBeau. Or just embarrassed for you. One of those two. Spyro. Fine, fine. Well, she's more okay than you in the sense that you haven't killed her half a dozen times. That's not her fault. Her power's out of control and you're messing with her head. She doesn't know where she is or what's happening. And I'm inclined to kill both you and your master for it. Yes, I'm trembling in my magnificent fur boots. Listen, I didn't know she was I didn't know she was freaking broken, alright? Mojo wanted a famous superhero couple for his newest programming, and I needed you. Greatest thief, blah blah blah. So I tricked him into using you and Rogue. But I didn't realize what was going on with her. It's all backfired. So you are responsible for this. Partially. But I can also get you both out of it. And maybe fix her. How? It's complicated, but I think with the tech and magic here, she can do her own sort of self-examination, if you will. I think it will help her discover what's triggering her loss of control. I can't promise it will work, but it certainly won't hurt. Hard for her to be worse off than right now. And why would you help? It's always a question. Why would you do it? Well, it won't be free. Shocking. What's the price? I need you to steal something from me. Seriously? You thought all those things you were searching for in your simulations were a coincidence? I was trying to mentally prepare you for your mission. Fine, so what am I stealing? Don't worry yourself with that. Oh, come on. It's none of your business. I'll tell you where it is. That's all you need to know. If you know where it is, why don't you get it yourself? I just can't. Are you the greatest thief of all time or what? I am. What about Rogue? I can't just leave her. She's a mess. Her scans are all over the place. If I pull her out of the network now, I suspect she'll be catatonic. So I do this, and you protect Rogue while she goes on her memory trip to unlock these triggers. Yes. If anything happens to her, you'll never see whatever it is I'm stealing. Deal. Be on guard, Gambit. You've never been in the real Mojo world before. It's unpleasant. Somewhere that's definitely not the real Mojo world. It's like Spyro. Hello, Rogue. Where are we? Where's Remy? He's fine. We're in your mind. Not terribly impressive, is it? Well, it's only a representation of your mind. Doesn't make a lot of sense, really. It's always been pretty crowded up here. It's like, sure, think of it instead like the waiting room of your mind. I created it as a safe space for you to retreat to. Why would I need a safe space? You're having some kind of breakdown as a result of whatever is going on with your powers and the trauma of Mojo having kidnapped you. It's like, I remember. Oh God, I killed Remy over and over again. That you did. He didn't realize your powers were broken, and so... Oh, we didn't realize your powers were broken, and so we weren't doing anything to inhibit them. So then you'd achieve partial awareness and realize that your powers should be absorbing everyone around you, and they'd kick on. Do you understand what's interesting about that? Oh my God. It means that until I became self-aware, I was subconsciously controlling my powers. Exactly. Why are you helping me? Remy and I made a deal. He's retrieving something from me, and I've agreed to protect your physical body while you take a trip through your own memories to unlock whatever has got you jammed up. Is he alright? It's nothing he can't handle. The real Mojo world. You go your whole life thinking you know yourself. One day, someone changes all that. Shows you that there's more, that you have more to give than you ever imagined. It changes you, and you can't go back. Would you, though, if you could? Because plain and simple, love is hell. Heaven, too. But the hell bit is the rub. You'll do anything, you'll steal a thing, fight a war, die a million times. Is it enough? Will it ever be enough? No? Does it matter? No. All these different rogues. Terry Dodson does some nice covers. So continuing on with another X title. Exiles. I like this one because of the alternate reality, different dimensional aspects of it. If you don't know the Exiles cast, that's Blink. That is Iron Lad. Sharon Carter, Captain America. King. Wolvie. Bucky. Valkyrie. And Kamala Khan. I thought Nocturne was on here too. Dimension hopping device called the Talus recruited a new team of exiles comprised of Blink, the alternate universe heroes Khan, Iron Lad, Valkyrie, and Wolvie. Together they defeated the Wicked Time Eater, but Khan died in battle. supposedly. If she died in battle, why is she on the cover? Then a group of rogue watchers came after them, citing the Exiles' interference in the time stream. The watchers formed their own Exiles to capture Blink and her friends, pulling individuals from timelines in which they had died and offering them each a fresh start on a new world, led by Khan, who had been promised a new life in a reality in which her husband and daughter were still alive. The new team confronted Blink and the others, but the true exiles were victorious, and the false exiles disappeared. Now it's time for Blink and her team to take the battle to the Watchers. Marvel's new War of the Realms story that's coming up. It's like I've been held in this cell on the moon for long that I can feel my bones warping. Weeks, months, time has changed for me since I was a mere man, for I am the unseen, bound to watch the earth, unable to act for all time. And now I am doubly bound, held by enemies who fear change. I've been sentenced to watch the punishment of those I helped enlist to stop the Time Eater. Then I am to be destroyed myself. But as I gaze out from this bone-bending box, I see the champions of the multiverse heading here, seeking revenge against my captors. They are stronger than cages and false charges, and so despite my pain, the man I once was manages a small smile. And watches with pride. It's like, alright, you big-headed bastards, your knockoff exiles failed. They got their butts kicked and now it's your turn. He's talking smack to the watchers. Our agents failed to detain you, yes, and yet you are before the tribunal, and you will face judgment. I am really tired of you creeps. She has a long neck. That was my friend you had chasing us. What happened to Khan and the others? They were returned to the oblivion from whence they came. If you let them all die just to bring us here? A tiny price to pay to rein in the danger you present. Danger? How many timelines have you warped since coming together? How many realities have you maimed? Ye speak like two-tongued demons, for we have sworn our swords only to valiant causes. And what toll does your valor take, Asgardian? Wars happen. Sometimes staying out of one is choosing a side. One does not wage war against reality, human. Oh please, you aren't even legit watchers. You're fine with altering reality. You just don't want anyone else to do it. We are truer watchers than any of our blind brethren. We have only kept reality on its natural path, but your mad adventurism has... Adventures! I love adventures! Bah! Proper pathways of time-space are serpentine and unfathomable to your tiny minds. Yeah, well, some of us don't have noggins the size of a Buick, pal, so all you need know is that all roads have led you here to be condemned for all time. Prepare yourselves. Have at thee! It would seem the time for words has passed. You fucking said it, King. Uh-oh. Looks like they trapped them in the Phantom Zones. Like, trickery! What is this? Hey, let me out of here! This is your fitting fate, interlopers, to dwell in damaged timelines forever. The Cap, where? Becky? That's Becky Barnes instead of Bucky Barnes. I'm going bye-bye. These portals are some kind of dimension prison. They're sending us to... All hail our new king. All hail King T'Challa. Are they trapping him within prisons? The invaders have reached the throne room, Your Majesty. Wakanda has fallen. Your kingdom is mine now, savage. You failed to protect your people. You failed to protect her. Shuri! It's like, good luck, Cap. Give him hell. It's like, Baron Zemo, I'm here to shut down your experiment. Captain America! This time, I'm ready for you. Your blood will perfect my super soldiers. Now the world belongs to me fair. Rebecca, get your head out of the clouds, or so help me. You just sitting here? Where the hell is my supper? It's like, hurry up, will you? Some kind of wife you turn out to be. No good in the kitchen, no good in the bedroom, can't clean. Don't know why I married. Burned. I'm going back to the saloon. Get this mess cleaned up before I get back. She still has her mask on? It's like, untack. Children of Surtur. Burn mighty Asgard to ash. To me, Valkyrie, we must defend the realm. Aye, Allfather. Aye, Allfather Odin. Together we shall vanquish. Such bold words from such weak bodies. Ha! Asgard is mine. No! Valkyrie has failed! The realm eternal is no more! It's like, forward, my X-Men, to battle. Let the fury of the skies thunder down upon our enemies. Wolvie, get in formation. Move it, sugar. We got butts to kick. Toasted day sweet. Ah, everyone's so loud and so mean. I do like whatever that song is. Oh, must be the X-Men animated show. Find the girl. No one escapes Apocalypse. Have to keep going. Apocalypse hunters will find me any second. But Mr. Creed, no, I'm all alone now. All alone. Like, wait, that's not right. I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and this isn't me. I have friends out there, friends who need me. Time to find them. Ooh, the Talus. It's like, hear me, sniveling worms. I am the conqueror, warlord of time space. You have defied my commands, and for that, you will die. Pew, 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 pew. Ah! It's like, again, the conqueror breathes in the incense of its enemy's ashes. Another world crushed beneath my boot heel. I should rejoice, yet this horror grips my heart. How many slaughters have I overseen? How many have I murdered? Why does my own mind torment me with my crimes? Who am I? You're Nate Richards, and if you feel crazy, it's because this isn't your life. Try and remember, this isn't you. These weren't your choices, Nate. Nate? That's right, my name is Nate. Blink? Welcome back, kid. The Watchers, they sent me here to live in the timeline that would hurt me the most. You're not the only one. I don't even know how I got out of mine. I assume they trapped the others too. We've got to find and free them. I don't think it's that easy. The Talus must have aided your escape, but its effects are localized. Probably why the Fringe Watchers didn't bother trying to take it. I don't get it. We've been set on a loop. If you use the Talus to free us, the nature of time-space means that we'll all just have to live our nightmare lives all over again. Every time we break free, we'll get caught again. There must be something we can do. There might be. May I see the Talus, please? Okay. What do you know? If I can overload the talus with my gauntlet's containment field, the resulting explosion might redistribute the temporal particles the Watchers use to send us to the wrong timelines. Wow, that was a mouthful. Great, so we'll all get pulled out of our nightmares. Not all of us. For this to work, someone has to stay behind to close the door from the inside, as it were. I'll be stuck in this timeline as Kane. What? Forget it, then. You're just a kid, Nate. Let me. You're in my timeline, and I have the tech. It has to be me, Blink. There's no other way. That's some BS. There's always another way. Not this time. And you have to promise you won't come after me. It might unravel everything. Nate, no, I promise. Please. Okay, yeah. Okay, I promise. I love you, Nate Richards. No one but my parents ever said that to me. I love you too, Blake, but being a part of this team made me a better person. Oh, Nate. It's working. Tell the others, tell them I missed them. Now cover your eyes. This is going to be bright. Shine bright like a diamond. Nate, like you did it. The interlopers. Hey, Shell, did you get that PS4 working? The interlopers, they've broken out. Valkyrie is free of her nightmare vision. Whee! We're back on the moon. Zemo, you're gone. It's like, I had the scariest dream. Commander, what in the name of God just happened? The short version, Captain, is that these creeps tortured us and now Nate's gone forever. So I'm going to take it out of their hides. So you have escaped confinement, but you hold. Zoom. We are the Watchers. That didn't work. I have to think on it some more. It's like we are the Watchers. We have been summoned by the sound of reality shattering, and now we find some of our own violating our most sacred laws. So now the legit Watchers show up. Where the hell have you guys been? We did not attend to these renegade zealots as we should have. This self-styled tribunal was overstepped its authority, and now they will themselves face judgment. The unseen will resume his penance. And what about our friend Nate? I'm afraid he is lost to you forever. That's not good enough. He must be able to do something. There are reasons we Watchers hold to our vows of non-interference. Some deeds cannot be undone without destroying all that surrounds them. Okay. Yeah, your HDMI port may not work on that TV. Like farewell, Clarice Ferguson, known as Blink. Oh no, you don't. Like, no. Is Nate really gone, Blink? What do we do now? It's like, I guess we say goodbye, Wolvie. It's like farewell, Exiles, until we meet again. Bahamas on Earth. It's like, I've been to too many funerals in my life. I don't want this to be another funeral. It's like some of those we're mourning aren't even dead, so let's make this a tribute to all those we've lost. But especially to our friend Nate Richards. This is the only picture of him I could get a hold of. Someone in town took it while he and Val were helping fix things. I think it perfectly captures who Nate was. Always humble and kind, always ready to help. Nate, you said that his team made you a better person. I don't know if that's true, but I know for damn sure I'm a better person for having known you. Goodbye, Nate. That night. Say, Blink. Hey, kid, can you hear me? It's like, is this a dream? Yeah, but not a regular one. It's like, wait, God? It's like, yeah, it's me, kid. Well, sort of. I still remember the me who was, but now I'm the me who could have been if my family lived. Bruno's alive and well. My daughter, grown and happy. She has powers, Blink. She calls it dream wielding, mixing dreams and reality. It's how I'm talking to you now. Said Nate somehow saved me from the worst self. I saw him for a split second before I reappeared in Jersey City. In a happy home, he wanted me to bring you this. The talents? I thought it was gone. Ancient alien artifacts tend to be tough. It's like, I'm sorry for everything, kid, but the multiverse is damn lucky to have you on the guard duty. Tell the others I said goodbye. Next morning, it's like, Auntie Sandra, King, you're awake already? It's like, you and your friends have been telling me the most wonderful stories about your adventures. It's like, I only regret that you were dragged into some of them, madam. It's like, well, I might not have met you otherwise, your majesty. Please call me Sandra. Oh, shoot. Shucky ducky now. Caroline. So what would you have your soldiers do now, Commander? Say, please don't call me that. We're not soldiers. Say, nay. But still do we have the duty. It's like, I wish you weren't right, Val. I want to say screw duty. Go off on my own. Live like a person. But I can feel our responsibilities calling. Like sooner or later, something out there in the multiverse is going to need help. Help that only we can give. It's like, yay! And when they do, the Exiles will be there. Already? Again? I knew it was too good to be true. So the Exiles has ended with issue 12. The end. Man, I like the Exiles. Alright, last one for the night. Titans. Beast Boy Unleashed. Well, this iteration of Titans did include Nightwing, and that's why I picked it up originally. Then come to find out, in the pages of Batman, Nightwing was shot in the head. Forgot who he was, so he's no longer on the Titans. So, Donna Troy is trying to lead the team with Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern, Miss Martian, Steel, which is the daughter of the original Steel, John Henry Irons, and Beast Boy, who, when the Justice League broke open the Source Wall, the entire universe was flooded with Source energy. More people have started to become metahumans, and some people who have become metahumans have lost their powers, aka Beast Boy. So we'll see if he's unleashed. Right now, the Titans are trying to rescue Raven and her soul self from a world that was created by someone with these newly acquired abilities. He was a writer. He wrote a story like Lord of the Rings. Oh, Mother Blood, too. It's all mixed in together. Unearth is what the new universe is called. Say, welcome to Unearth. I've taken great time and effort to bring you here. Let's see if I can do a Mother Blood voice. It's kind of like an old woman, but she's not an old woman. Let's see. Welcome to Unearth. I've taken great time and effort to bring you here. I require your particular skill sets. Kyle Rayner, the only living being to cross beyond the Source Wall. Your knowledge will show me the bleed space that connects the entire multiverse. And Natasha Irons, you can navigate space-time and channel Source energy, giving me access everywhere. I intend to flood the multiverse with the power of the red, you see. Let's drink to that. Hey, now hang on. What? Oh, she just absorbed little dude. And this is Raven's soul self that she has trapped. We'll never help you, Mother Blood. You murdering piece of... Steel, Green Lantern, please. You're hardly in a position to decline. You are held fast by the manifest red. It is negating your considerable powers. You have no choice. It's like, Raven, help us! I have no idea who this Raven is. This is Raven's soul self, and it was a split. So there's 3 Ravens running around in Unearth. This creation here that's supposed to be, I guess, all of Raven's or Ravenless emotions here. It's like, you, and so is this prisoner. What have they done to you? It's like, your friend Raven's soul self was taken as tribute by travesty to allow him to stay in the prime world. A soul in exchange for a soul, according to the balancing laws of magic, for some such nonsense. It was then easy to divide the soul self into its Some more water. It was then easy to divide the soul self into its constituent parts. This wretch, the noble and good half, which is helpless without the other, and Commander Lenore, who embodies the demonic aspect of Raven's heritage. The soul self was bait to draw the Titans to Unearth, and a weapon which to defeat you. You will now begin your service to me. Guess again. Yeah, go to... It seems like it's tightening its grip. It's like... I need to get some sound effects. Defy me, and the red will simply tighten its grip. I don't need your compliance. The red will simply drain the knowledge out of you both. See how the multiversal secrets I seek for the bled from you and inscribed upon the very air? A map of the cosmos revealing its gateways and points of intersection. This universe is tainted with creatures like you who seek to keep us all under the boot heel of your insane idea of justice. Well, when I open the cosmic gates, my power can flow to all worlds everywhere. That's real power. Now, Commander Lenore, what of the other Titans? Lady, the full might of our border guard has impended in the northwest. I am returning to the field of war to end their lives. So this was a trap from the very start, and I think I walked us into it. We're facing overwhelming numbers, and with Miss Martian and Raven both injured, the team's hardly at full strength. I understand this world's capabilities. All I knew was Unearth was crucial to Mother Blood's plans. Because it's a blank slate, an untainted world newly created in the multiverse, a perfect altar for the cult to perform its ritual of multiversal corruption. And we can't hope. Where are Kyle and Steele? Has anyone seen them? I'm serious, people. Has anyone seen either of them since this insanity kicked off? Miss M, go limp. I got you. 2 of our biggest hitters missing in action. 3rd just knocked down. We need help or a miracle. Troy the Titans base, Ruble. Ruble, do you copy? Anyone? Steele, Donna, this has been Ruble. Link's gone dead. Can you hear me? Please, you guys, answer. So I guess he can't hear you. Fortress of the Northern World. Unearth. If you need to scream, I do understand. Go ahead, if it helps. The map is forming drop by drop, but I can taste how painful the process is for you both. Please express your suffering if it eases your burden. What the hell are you trying to do? Kyle. Can I call you Kyle? You see, Kyle, my cult, though I dislike that word, has traditionally worshipped the Parliament of the Red. This is to say, the primal force of all organic life. We have always been its servants. My whole life, I have been forced to obey others. The whole world has done nothing but hound me and hurt me and bleed me dry. Well, now it's my turn. I experience the totality, the source, its powers bathe me and allow me to take control of the bread. Through it, I now control life. So it's like, oh God. So this is the writer. He got bathed in source light or source energy, and all of everything that he wrote, it was like a Lord of the Rings style books. Everything that he wrote became its own universe, its own reality. So Mother Blood wants to take over this reality because it's fresh, new, and untainted, and she wants to offer it to the Bleed, so to come over and take control. Bleed is like, I guess, some type of extra dimension. They're gods, so to speak, that they worship in the cult of blood. Excuse me. So they've been trying to keep him out of the way so he wouldn't know the truth, and he finally just was listening in on what she's really trying to do. It's like, when you open the doors of the Bleed for me, I will extend that influence to all universes. What the world took from Sonya Tarinka, Mother Blood, will take back from unnumbered worlds. Like, Master Ernest, what are you doing up here? You shouldn't. It's like, Travesty, what is this? Nothing to concern you, dear friend. Now let's hurry along before she sees us. She can't. I have powers too, remember? I created this world by writing it. Imagining it, I have made myself invisible to her. Now tell me, oh dear Maker, there's nothing to tell. It's all. Liar! You're exactly how I always wrote you, a deceitful trickster. Maker, how rude. You brought these creatures here to do their evil work. That's why you've been keeping me out of the way. All those day trips and excursions. Travesty, we both agreed to protect Unearth from the great without, not let outsiders in. Can't you see exactly what I'm doing? I'm making Unearth more powerful so that it can protect itself. I knew you'd misunderstand. That's why I kept you in the dark. Mother Blood has promised to spare and fortify Unearth in return for our help. And you, believer, a woman named Mother Blood, look, friend, she's killing those people. One of them helped me once. Back in Titans number 24. Well, eggs and almond, all that. Oh dear boy, I know what's wrong now. I never wrote you well enough. Well enough? No, my fault. You were an archetype, a mischief maker. You don't distinguish good from bad. You just delight in causing chaos. That was always your role and nothing more. Oh. Not your fault. I'm to blame. Shoddy writing. No wonder the series never found an audience. But we have to make this right, okay? How, Maker? It's my world, Travesty. I decide the magic, the fundamental laws by which Unearth operates. I can write this better. I can rewrite this ending so that awful woman loses. Wow, I like those covers. So we've beaten back the right flank, Donna Troy. Then let's move. Find cover in the forest. Don't think the left flank is going to let us, Donna. They're on our heels and looking for a hot lunch. Protect the realm! Crush the invaders from the great without! I must buy us more time to get clear. Titans, keep moving. And don't look back. Booyakacha! That was a lot. Grab her. I mean, wow. Miss M? I'll carry her. She burned herself out. That must have taken everything she had left. I'm sorry I couldn't do. The hell was. Outsiders, no more running. In the name of unearth your lives in here. No. Hey Raven, that psycho lady who looks like you is back. Cool. I must find out how this is possible. How can it be another me? Another me, another me, another me. Stop that whining. I can't bear it. It's so weak. The tide must be turning. She's feeling it. Escort me to my high towers. I want to observe the bleed gates as they open. Blood vessels. Stay here. Inform me when the map is complete. Yes, Mother. Kyle, we have to do something. Hang on still. I'm working on it. Focus and close your eyes. How? I figured we can't escape the process, but we can go with it. Observe it from the inside. See if there's any way we can stop it happening. Our minds are in the bleed. It's too much. Yeah, too much hyperdimensional data for our regular senses to cope with. But if you use the quantum navigational methods you lifted from the ocean lower starship, maybe. You're right. I can plot it. I can see how the bleed works, Kyle. It is a multiversal conduit, but Mother Blood needs us to open gateways to access other worlds. Because the bleed naturally insulates against source energy. Holy crap, Steel. The Justice League needs to know this. It could help them deal with the fracture in the source wall. But how do we get that information to them? We're trapped. Maybe I can help with that. Huh? So dude's like, hello young lady, nice to see you again. Time to revise this world's laws of magic. Mr. Hinton, Mother Blood's vessels, look out! You will not impede the process. Watch me. Zrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr You, you, they'll be fine. Now let's get you pair out of this disgusting restraints. I like this guy already. Hinton, I knew you were a problem. I knew you were a problem that would have to be dealt with sooner or later. Oh dear, she came back. Well, look here, ma'am. You don't scare me. I am Ernest. I am Ernest Hinton, and this is my world. I kind of saw that coming. Travesty. Restrain your rage, good lady. I've handled the matter. I find a blade between the ribs solves most day-to-day problems. You really are a piece of work, Travesty. The path is now clear. We approach fruition. You two, finish the map and unlock my multiverse. Forget your friends or any hope of rescue. They are about to die at the feet of Commander Lenore and another plaything of mine. Guys, I don't feel so good. So it took the entire issue for Dial H for Hero preview. It took the entire issue for Beast Boy to go rage. Yeah. Dial H for Hero. Monster Truck. Looks like Shatterstar. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody dropping by and saying what's up. That was our last story for the night. So if you want to find out more, you can follow me on social media. Hit me up with any questions you might have. Go to your local comic book shop. Pick up some comics. Read. Reading is fundamental. And as I said, if there's anything you want to read, let me know. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll start doing some reviews. Get a website up and I'll let you guys know what I think of these. But other than that, we're going to call it for the night. We'll be back next week, probably next Thursday, with some more comic book reading. Other than that, I will catch you guys later. Deuces.